Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, or evening, or, whatever. I'm Nathaniel Hoover, aka Flashman85, aka Gemini Laser, and this is another Mega Man Fangame Sampler live stream. You've been listening to some selections from ocremix.org. We had Disco Dan with Mega Man 3 Blue Lightning, and we had Mellogear with Mega Man X Sigmatism. We've got I feel like I'm a radio DJ now. We've got three classics for you today. I'm going to be firing up a classic Mega Man fan game to start with, which I understand is a parody fan game, so we'll see how that goes. Mega Man Square Root of -1. And then we will probably go, unless I make amazing progress, we'll go into Mavericks, and then possibly Bon Ball, if time permits. So, let's get this loaded up. And then we'll get to work on some things. Some things that are playing, that were playing things. Here we go. Oh, is this a game that Pyro made? Capcom does not present. It was a peaceful day in Mega City, or whatever the heck it's called, I really don't care. Yeah, this is totally Pyro. Oh, volume. Volume balance, probably. But then there was an attack! Obviously, Wily is behind this. And he's packing some weird robots this time around. Okay, I like this already. Go, Mega Man! Kill robots! I'm sorry, I did not realize this was Pyro's game. That's totally fine. We're just here to have fun. Yeah, let me know about the volume balance here. And I'll fix things up as we go. I want to load file 1. I can't load file 1. 2 plus 7 equals 1 billion. Well, I'm glad to know the wrong alarm is still working. New game! I love this 8-bit adaptation of the music. I don't know why my... that was funny, I pushed the button and my game window just decided to jump to the middle of the screen. That's fine. We'll keep it on normal for now. We will, infinite lives. Okay, that's good. Let's move this game window back where I can see it. Not that you can tell in the chat. We'll look at stuff later. Let's stage select. Oh boy! Oh, there are Illuminati in this game. Illuminati confirmed. Press shoot to exit. That's fun. So where do we want to go, chat? We've got the Illuminati, Thomas the Tank Engine, hello, Doodle Bob, Angry Sun from Mario 3, Milk, Tossed Tortoise from Kirby's Adventure, and Plant Man from some game. I don't know where that's from. Fight Milk first, you say. This is going to be a mighty battle. Welcome, Penguin Emperor. Okay, so I know roughly when this game was made based on the music. Well, that doesn't look like that should be coming out of you. But that's a good, I actually like that challenge. Yes. Okay. I swear there was a secret over there. This one's moving a little slowly for some reason. Now, again, these are all blind. I haven't played any of these games yet, other than to test them, make sure that the buttons work. Stuff under here? Oh, good. I like that. I like hidden invisible stuff sometimes. As long as it's not essential hidden invisible stuff. Probably can't coil across it, but, yes, we can! Let's see. Alright, maybe that's something I can operate elsewhere. Know what those little blippy blocks are doing, but I don't know, this is fun so far. This is an interesting concept. Oh, nice! I like it! Oh, I don't like it! No, not at all. Actually, that's a fun concept. There are not enough enemies that are completely based around your movements. You see them every once in a while. And they can definitely be overdone. But yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, couldn't jump high enough. I don't know what you're talking about. This is nothing to be embarrassed of, because it's deliberately silly, and this is more fun, oh boy, than some of the fan games I've played. Oh, I see. That's just solid ground. I thought I'd need to wait and slide through here onto a block. That makes more sense. Was not paying attention. Okay, so let's ignore the one on the side. Blurp, blurp, blurp. Okay, there we go. Catching up on chat for a second. What if I go this way? Oh, I can't go that way. Sound effects are confusing me. Not sure what's going on with the sound. I think I just had a piece of... Wait. Did a piece of ladder just disappear as I went up there? Oh no, that's... I still don't know what that does. What does that do? Ow. Kind of figured something like that was gonna happen. Oh! Jump to your fullest! This is an okay battle. I'd like to have more special... Actually, this, I think, would be more fun for me as a fortress battle, because then I'd definitely have special weapons coming in here and wouldn't need to wait for one opportunity to jump. But that's okay. Woo! But yeah, this is a decent boss pattern. Good boss fight. Yay! I'm wondering if the gimmick is something to do with the water stream changing pace or something, or I don't know. Another book of hairstyles. Okay, let's think this one through. Okay, we can get over there. Woohoo! This one's not so bad. These are reasonable block challenges. Oh, but again, the problem that I keep having here is that I keep hitting my head on ceilings, and I was talking with Blika about this in the Mega Man Endless. Oh, I don't want to do this again! The Mega Man Endless challenge. Oh good, I don't have to do it again. That the jumping in tight spaces, I feel like, is a little more confined than it otherwise is. Nice. In the official Mega Man games. It's not often, but just enough to throw me off. Oh, is that it? I'm waiting for, like, on the third time, a bunch of blocks to just appear out of nowhere. Like, I'd love... I think at some point, if I make a Mega Man game, or the one fan game that I'm talking about possibly putting together, I might have a room... Ah! Okay. I see. I was slowly taking damage. Oh! I get it now, I get it. It's not invisible power-ups. It's that milk does your body good, and you take damage outside. I understand, okay. But yeah, it would be funny if you think you have a pattern for these disappearing bricks, and then after you're like, okay, I've watched this, and tried to jump. Watched this animation twice, I think I know what I'm doing, and then all of a sudden, the pattern changes and it's completely different and you just jump into a pit or something, because I'm terrible. Boo, boo, boo. Yeah, oh, I take suggestions for fan games you want to see me play. That is totally fine. So, yeah, let me know. I might not remember it, so, you know, shoot me an email or send me a comment when this hits YouTube or something. Ah, I did not slide quickly enough. Surprisingly tricky little pane in the glass. Oh man, I am not... My sliding is not as effective as I was hoping. Oh, my jump button's starting to get stuck again. I blew out my attack button playing Final Fantasy VIII several years ago, trying to do some of the summons. Button mashing too much, and now every once in a while the controller, I think, starts to suffer because of it. Wow! I got this, but I don't really yet. No. I know better. I know better than that. Save your charge shot. Wait for the first bounce. Ow. It's gonna be too dangerous to bounce with Rush Claw. Yay! Oh, I drained the milk. Can I just buy a new controller? Yes, but I'm pretty sure they've discontinued this specific controller, and this is perfect. I do have PK Ouija. I do have both of those. Am I just throwing Bright Man? Is that what I'm doing? I like it. I like that a lot. Like, for me, that's what Needle Cannon was supposed to be, or Yamato Spear or something. Okay, let's select a stage. Pick a stage, chat. See where we go next. I also had, what did I have? Oh, there's a list of Mega Man fan games that I have and plan to play on stream, have played and plan to play on stream. On my YouTube channel, if you look on the About page, there's a link to a Google Doc that has a full list of everything. So if there's something on there that you see that, or don't see that you want to put on there, let me know. What's the first one that I saw? We got Doodle Bob, Illuminati, Angry Sun, Thomas. I'll just go with the first one, so that would be Doodle Bob. I'm also digging the music. Oh, it's SpongeBob. I see. Wait! If that's SpongeBob, I can finally sing my parody that I came up with a long time ago. Let me see if I can remember how it goes. Oh, yeah, I only remember part of it, but it was like, oh, whose antiderivative ends in plus E, SpongeBob square root, and then it just got sillier from there. Ah! This is especially difficult because it's kind of tough to tell yet what's background and what's what's enemy. This is cool. This is sort of like what I used to... Is it gonna go and appear there for me? I hope it does. Whoa! Okay, fine then. Oh! Good thing I went to milk first. Uh-huh. Very nice. Like it. Oh, you know what? That would have been fun. Have tellies attacking in the previous stage that were like cartons of milk or cans of milk or something. So we know, aha, that was sneaky. I like that a lot. Yeah, this is fun. I like this concept here. Do. Little breather before the doom. I can use my special weapons, I guess, but I haven't found a situation yet where I've really needed them. I'm waiting for there to be an actual pit of spikes that you're just not expecting and paying attention to. Ow. Well, this doesn't seem to do much good anyhow. Oh! Right. That confused me for a second because I totally tried to grab the ladder. Now you're starting to mess with my head and I like it. I was hoping for one more enemy. Too busy reading chat. seems like an appropriate place to use this. Even though it seems to do, like, no damage. Maybe milk isn't that good for you after all. Or maybe actually milk is good for you and it's not that bad for you. Oh, but it does, like, nothing. It takes, like, no weapon energy, so maybe it balances out. I'll keep using this for a while, even though Mega Man's basically invisible against his background now. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Yes, you are welcome to post a link. Just make sure that it follows the rules. That it doesn't ruin anyone's fun by posting. Oh, I should have paid more attention to the ceiling, and of course... Oh, maybe I can go back. Maybe I can't go back. No. Boing. Oh yeah, obviously I'd have to go back to... Ow. Wait. Oh, okay. I didn't see the solid line. I thought we were suddenly doing something different with the graphics here. Okay. Bang. I'm so glad you all showed up here. I know it's very early. Oops, very early in the morning for. This is not the most effective thing I could be doing. I know this is early for some people, and unexpected, but I appreciate having you here. So the fun thing, I was thinking about this with Mega Man Fangames, is that even if they're not very good, even if it's just not enjoyable, if I've got problems with it, or if it's just my personal preference and they're decent games, is that it's more fun to play them with an audience, because you've got the opportunity to have that shared experience of, hey, remember that time that, you know, you fell into a pool of milk and it was funny, or something like that. You know, just having an opportunity to talk about the games that you've played together, in some sense or another. Oh boy. Actually, I can just... Oh no, I can't just stand here. Yeah, I can't just do that either. Could also be late for some people, that's true. Not seem to be doing much. Oh, I was sponge-bopped. Try this again. Yeah, share the experience or have a discussion about it in general, because also, Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, I like this. The fancy dance moves. Head don't move, the body does. Yeah, and I also like the things that you learn about level design as you're going, because it can be very difficult to articulate what you do and don't like about something until you've had, at least for me, until you've had a bad experience with a game. Because the good ones, you're like, oh man, that was so much fun. Like, well, what was fun about it? Well, it was fun. But with the bad ones, if you think about it, you can specifically say, you know, checkpoint placement was terrible, or there weren't enough power-ups, or I didn't understand the gimmick, or, you know, any number of things. I don't think I have the energy to keep this up. Okay, yeah, especially without special weapons, this is really wearing on me. Alright, we're just gonna do this. Yeah, I need just a brief pause in here somewhere, or a little more space between the attacks. No, Entity, that's not... I wasn't thinking of your stage. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. And I'm surprised that it doesn't keep track of the number of hairstyle books that I've picked up here along the way. Doodle Bob, a freaky doodle from the SpongeBob episode Frankendoodle. He'll attack you with his pencil bombs. His weakness is burning coal. Oh, well, just give it to me, why don't you? Milk! It's a glass of milk. It's really just a glass of milk. Except it's evil! It's scared of the Illuminati, so it's weak to its tape. Wait, Illuminati tape? Oh, Eddie! Eddie usually appears to help you out by giving you items. He never gives you what you want, though, because he's secretly evil. Watch out. Brakeman is the smartest robot master. You can't argue with him, because he's smart. He appears to boost your morale in the weapon get screen, the get weapon screen. Nice. We have an error. We have a technical. Let's come back to Mega Man... Broken, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. And then we'll come back, though. That's the sneakiest boss of all. So as a Mega Man Fangame sampler, unless I am making superb progress on this, I will not play to the end. We'll just sample everything out. Let's not do that, because that was scary. Oh, but did I see the option? No, I did go in the options. What am I talking about? Where are we going? Where are we going, chat? Pick a stage. Any stage. Get Gemini, the new version. This is... Actually, I downloaded this several months ago now, so if there is a newer version, then I might need to swap it out. Should I come back to this? Anyways, what are we doing? Thomas? I see Thomas. Thomas, what? Thomas the tank. Engine. Okay. Hold tight for a second. I got an error message. I want to make sure something... Hey! We're in the top tier of the Make a Good Mega Man level contest. Hang on. I want to make sure that... something is not terribly broken here. I got a crash error message, and I know from previous experience with Make a Good Mega Man level that sometimes there's a process still running. Yes, I have... Oh boy, I hope I picked the right one. Good, I think I picked the right one. Okay, back to game. Back to game! I want to go over. Well, that's not very good. I could get stuck over here, and how much fun would that be? Oh, I guess I could use the ice utility. Oh gosh! Get me out of here! Okay, well, at least they don't take too much damage. That's a little horrifying. I'll probably die of nightmares tonight. Ah! You jumped! You surprised me. Haha! Air brake! Ah, okay, so if I'm falling, for example, down a long shaft... interesting. Oh, you're bouncy, are you? Boing. You're bouncy and slow. I know I don't need to have the full bounce here, but I feel it's safer. Less room to maneuver with the low bounce. Do 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 do. No! Well, that's good. At least this does what it's supposed to. Yeah. Maybe I want to go this way. Ah! No, I totally didn't do that right, obviously. Lame over. Let's try this again. I'll go back and do that right. Okay. I don't know, I'm like, I don't recognize this music, but I'm liking the old-timey vibe I'm getting from it. I have a very varied taste in music. Do I need to... I don't think I need to re-get that, right? Yeah. I will listen to basically anything instrumental. I like most instrumental things, as long as there aren't lyrics. Lyrics are when I start to get a little picky about my music. But I will gladly listen to, you know, old-timey, oh, what's the genre? I can't think. You know, it's sort of like a vaudeville-esque kind of sound to it. I'll listen to big band, I'll listen to electronica, gypsy jazz, and I think I've talked about music on these streams before, but yeah, if it doesn't have, that's fun. But yeah, as long as it doesn't have, like, really sharp, irritating, grating noises stuck in there. The ones that are, you know, more experimental sound effects than music. I'll listen to just about anything. No, now I'm kind of stuck. Here we go. Alright. Of course I don't like everything instrumental, but as far as genres go. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Do. Actually, Cheese, I'm finding, based on your comments on the Make a Good Level Mega Man level contest, I think we have a lot in common, because I was tending to agree the most with your assessments of the stages. Boing. Okay, I'm getting ready for something. I'm sort of... Oh, okay, here we go. Now we're getting tricky. I'm not having as much fun with this stage, despite the bouncy, and I like the bouncy. Oh, right, ladder. That still doesn't look like a ladder to me. Oh, wow, I tried. Ah! I do want to know... Oh, that's what those probably do, right? That's not a book of hairstyles, that's probably, like, the enemy info, right? That's what that is, that we got from the... options menu. Slow down, just this slight little slowdown that I'm getting here and there is bugging me. Oh no, I missed it. I guess it's that the environment is a little more generic, aside from the bouncing. I'm not getting as strong a sense of theme as I was with Milk or Doodle Bob. And I think there's probably something to be said about using Milk and Doodle Bob as positive comparisons for video games. Oh, I missed it. That was probably important. Ow. Okay. Not sure what happened there. I'm proud of you, Ouija! Uh-oh. I don't know what voice to use. I'm not familiar enough with Talkhouse and Raucow. Is that how you pronounce it? Raucow. What? Who the heck are you? Are you working for Wily? No, I'm not. I was just told to come here by someone, but there doesn't seem to be anything here. Wait, who is this someone? I was told to come here by some guy. He said that there would be a thing here that he wanted for a project, and he'd do something I wanted in return. He didn't seem like a bad guy, so I did it. Do you know this person's name? No idea, but he's red. Heard him mumbling something about some miracle he needed. That's pretty cryptic. Yeah, so, oh no, I'm gonna be late. See, I have to take care of something. But, oh. Okay, well that's interesting. I thought that I had stuck around long enough for that to happen. I wasn't clear on what was going on that screen. More power to you, Ouija. One of the things I love about the Mega Man games is another one of these. But trains are weak to milk. You know, what am I doing? I think we determined... Oh, no. There's no such thing as a safe spot. Yeah, there's just a bit too much projectile spam. And I think... Oh, just that one little thing that gets fired is just pushing it over the edge, just too much. Like, if it were just the things falling from the sky, okay. Oh, well. Yeah, Milk was good. Milk got a little tricky at the end, but I was not a big fan. Like, Bob just needed one split second to be on the ground. And Thomas... It's probably safer just to stand here. Taught me how to aim. There we go. Yay. Ooh. But yeah, anyways, what I was gonna say. One of the things I really like about the Mega Man games is that, for the most part, it's possible to keep practicing and getting better at them, find new ways to challenge yourself by using special weapons, not using special weapons, you know, doing the Kirby challenge where you beat a boss and you only use their weapon in the next stage. There are ways to avoid getting hit the whole time, or, you know, there's so many different ways that you can play a Mega Man game. On top of them already having really good replay value from being able to choose what stage, which you should be doing now, chat. Tell me where to go. Oh, did I miss the secret something in Milk stage? Is that why there's no icon there? So yeah, let me know. Let me know where we're going. Boo, boo, doo, doo, boo, boo. Where do we go? It's always fun to hear the Mega Man X tunes brought into NES format. And these here I've really enjoyed. Hello! How are you? Como esta? I don't know what this is. This is good because now there are more in-jokes that I'll be able to get. Well, as we've determined, I don't know. It's still amusing to me that the second place best Mega Man level in the contest was not actually Mega Man, and was Mario. So, I know for sure this is going to be a good Mega Man level because it's Mario. That's just still amusing to me. Alright. Okay. Cool! Oh, I like that one. Why did we not have a weapon like that earlier in the series? Good. Farm those. I also like that these special weapons don't seem to use much energy. The pickle bats should not be that sturdy. Yeah, that sound effect is just so satisfying for beating them up there. Maybe I want to climb up here. Aw, I was hoping that would be a secret. That would have been fun. I'm still going to climb up every one of these just to make sure. Good to know. I can't go up. Why can't I go up? I want to know if these coins do anything. Ah, the coins should totally be, like, health. like little health. Nice. I've always wanted to shoot the dog in Duck Hunt. Actually, there's a fun flash animation where you can do that. This weapon is totally built for that. Ow. Interesting that the target hurts you instead of having it, like, lock onto you and fire. But that works for me. And it's still moving at a consistent enough pattern. Ow! This is clever, I like this. Wah, wah. I missed. Yay! Good! That was good. Yep, okay. Figured that's sort of what... I don't know why we're doing this all of a sudden. But I'll roll with it. Oh, pickle bat! I kind of want to just jump up there and make him fall down, but... Too dangerous. Too dangerous. Well, the great thing about Fangames is that you can always go back and change them and improve them if you want to. Oh, you're gonna follow me, are you? I always like these blocks. That's one of the reasons why I like Hero mode of Mega Man 9 better than regular mode, but not Superhero mode because that takes it a little too far. Because you've got those platforms. Aw, boo. You've got those platforms in Concrete Man's stage that lift you up or drop you down, but they're at the very end and they don't really do anything in regular mode, but then in Hero mode, you've actually got a real challenge in there, and you're like, oh, that's why they put these in here. And so you've got fun things that really let the challenges live out to their fullest. That's a move that I need to get used to. Okay, well, at least I dodged the one that I was aiming to dodge, but I still didn't dodge well enough. Ah! No more with the slow down. Yay! Survival! Ba-da-da-ba! This is good. I like this one. This was fun. Yahoo! Barrage! I am no longer using any other weapon. Cool! Where are we going now? So we got Illuminati, Plant Man, Tossed Tortoise, Angry Sun, and not going back to Doodle Bob. Illuminati next. I can do that. Do. Oh yeah. Always happy to have some Sonic 2 music in here. I don't really... I don't care much for the Sonic the Hedgehog games in general. I know, sacrilege. Not even the good ones. Because they're not my style. You know, I like to either be able to go on full speed or slow down and do like the puzzle challenges and stuff. And it's just sort of right in the middle between the two, where I can't really rush through all the stages, and I don't really have the control to slow down the way I want to and do the platforming right. So just on a control versus design standpoint, I find the game's a little tricky to play. So, boing. Oh, nice. I approve of that. But that's just personal preference. Aside from Sonic 1, there are actually problems with Sonic 1, but 2 and 3 and Knuckles, which I've played. Those are tricky. I almost can't see them with my color blindness. I don't know if that's intentional or not. Oh man, yeah, those are going to be tough to see. Wait! Why is it not working the way I want it to? Do I need to charge it? Aw. I don't know. Oh, that's what those do. Okay, so they don't kill me instantly. That is good to know. Woohoo! Okay, I'm okay with that now. That's fine. Ow. Well, that doesn't seem to do much at all. Have a rush! Maybe you're allergic to dogs. Okay. These are the scariest Sniper Joes! They have bees! Wrong. That looks like death. Aw. Yeah, I think in lieu of commentary, I've just started to go more and more into do. So I guess in lieu of commentary, just making noises, humming along with the music. I mean, there's only so many things that you can say when you're playing the same type of game over and over again. You know, I do try and... Oh boy! That's interesting. I like that. I do try and switch it up, and I do rely on the chat to come up with conversation topics. If there's anything you want to talk about or ask me about or bring up about the game or what have you. Yep. Oh! I see. Got it. I'm gonna put Rush down there anyhow. But yeah, I do try and keep things interesting and different. And if you haven't seen every single one of my live streams, then you're probably in better shape. But oh, I seem to have disconnected for a moment. So I'm gonna stand here for the benefit of everybody in live stream and hope that I can reconnect. Are we back on? Maybe we're back on. Hopefully. Okay. Oh, away we go. See, this is why I have it set now to keep recording, even if the live stream cuts out. Otherwise, we get like what happened with one of my Mysteries of the Sith live streams, where all of a sudden it's like, and I need to start a new video now for no reason. Oh no! I don't know what's going on here. Again, I will wait here a second. Hang tight. I'm going to talk to chat. Bum, bum, bum. Let's see if we get a response out of that. Hopefully. Hopefully we haven't encountered some sort of horrendous problem. For those of you on... Oh, man. I think we're out. Hey, dear. Honey Pumpkin Z-Saber. I'm going to talk to my wife. I'm going to ask her if she's having... Oh, no! Yeah, I guess we are having internet problems. Let's hang tight for a second. This has been happening, unfortunately, yeah, rather regularly. We've got a lot of internet connection problems that have been going here. Still need to try and get them fixed. So I am going to stay here just so that we can have a continuous video for YouTube and not randomly break it after, like, what, half an hour. And I will stand here and entertain you, O loyal viewer, who has chosen to watch this video on YouTube, and not skip ahead right now to the part where either this suddenly ends, or we magically regain connection. I see that my internet router thingy light is back up, so maybe this will work. I'm gonna type again in chat, let's see what happens. And if not, it'll be tragic. I'll just stand here and wait. I'll change colors for Mega Man, just to, you know, give you something different. Oh boy. This looks like maybe it won't work. That would be very, very sad. I'm gonna try something new. Hang tight. Oh. I'm bringing up the chat window again. And for future streams, maybe I will just break and say, you know what, we're putting this episode into 2 parts, or maybe try and fuse it together in the editing room or something like that, so that you don't need to hear me blubber my way through this. Let's pop out the chat. Let's see what's going on. Oh no! My chat window is frozen. Yeah, I may need to just bring this to a close. Ah, oh, shame. Tragedy. All is lost. Oh wait, maybe all is not lost. Here we go. Maybe we're back. Let's see if maybe this is still working. Oh good, we are still live. Well, then we've got like the worst section of YouTube recording for all of you to look forward to someday. I've been having really weird issues with internet connection lately that I've tried to address with no success. So if it cuts out again, maybe I'll need to do a shorter stream this time around so that we don't need to keep... You know, I knew that was going to happen, but I thought maybe I could slide over it. Silly me. Okay. We're back. Huzzah. Oh, you're so sneaky. Ow. Well, that was not really effective. You don't need to do that to me every time. It's just obnoxious. Let me move. Okay. Oh, the new Mega Man cartoon will lead to new Mega Man game. Well, here's the thing. Somebody posted about this. So there is the new Mega Man game, Mega Man TV show, animated series, I believe by the same people who did Big Hero 6. And Big Hero 6 was, you know, definitely in the right vein of family-friendly Mega Man cartoon show. But the problem is that there's a huge backlash about the design of the Mega Man character. Get your act together. Yeah. I think I'd be fine with this battle if I didn't have to just stop every 5 seconds. I hate being frozen in games, in boss battles. That's like my single greatest pet peeve. If it's like a split second, like Gutsman hits the ground and you're knocked off your feet for a moment, okay. But by the time it gets to like Showman doing it, Commando Man doing that, I'm just so tired of it. But yeah, so nobody really seemed to like the visual design of the new Mega Man, and one of the things that I saw was somebody said something to the effect of, you know, they released this new thing and nobody likes it because the Mega Man design is awful, and Capcom's like, first you want new Mega Man, now you don't want Mega Man, make up your mind. And so I'm just concerned that if it's not done to the satisfaction of the classic fans, regardless of who the audience is, like if they're trying to make it for a new generation of fans, okay, fine, but if it doesn't meet the approval... Fire when I let go of the button! If it doesn't meet the approval of the classic fans, I think it's gonna get a lot of flack and people aren't gonna watch it. Like, as an adult Mega Man fan, I will still play. You know, I'm done with this. I will still watch a children's cartoon show if it's deliberately aimed at children, if it's still really Mega Man. So, I think if it manages... pick a stage, folks. If it manages to capture the spirit of Mega Man, it could be successful, it could be fun. But if it's just aimed at a new crop of people, it really needs to you know, still appease the old fans, even if it's aimed at the new folks. I'm kind of blabbering now. Let's see. What are we up for? Yeah, Aki Light is the new Mega Man's name, which I think is a beer. Angry Sun! No, actually, I'm sorry. I see Sun and Plant, and Sun and Plant. But I see more Angries than Plants. So, yeah, if you're going for Mega Man Battle Network, okay, fine. You know, have it be a kid. That's totally cool. If you're going for Mega Man Star Force, which I still haven't played yet, but we'll probably, you know, well, not probably, I will get around to playing eventually. I'll just throw myself in pit of lava because I don't want to talk about Star Force. Yeah, yes, there are incarnations of Mega Man that are very, you know, youthful kid kind of thing. But again, it's Rock Man, it's Mega Man. You can make him an adult and still appeal to children. There's absolutely nothing wrong with a robot just being a robot, doing robot stuff. You don't need to have a human side to make the character accessible to people. And in fact, I think it makes it more exciting if you've got a robot, because if you've got a human doing all the action in a kid's show, the human is nothing bad is ever going to happen to the human. There might be some time where, you know, their feelings get hurt, or, you know, there's some emotional turmoil, but there's never any physical danger, any real physical danger. The way we, you know, we're not going to kill off a teenage character. But a robot, there's serious physical peril that you can put a robot into. There's more situations to keep up that excitement on a children's television show. You don't know if he's going to get blown up, and even if he does, you know, maybe you'll be able to fix him. So there's some interesting dramatic potential that I think you miss by making the hero a kind of character that just out of societal conventions you can't do anything too bad to. Not that I look for awful stuff to happen to my characters, but there's, you know, that potential, even if you know they're going to make it through, that how could they possibly make it through? Maybe they won't. I don't know if I want to go left. Maybe this thing is worth it. Oh yeah, that's a big issue with the Transformers movie too. I only saw the first one, but the whole thing is robots are cool, so why don't we just let robots be cool and watch robots being cool? There's no need to put in humans into things. You can still... And maybe it's just that I watch too much sci-fi and have seen a lot of sci-fi where robots, androids are sympathetic, humanish characters where you can explore their humanity, their sentience. But you can definitely have drama with robots. Boop! Yay, we got it. Hooray. Oh, good. That is good. Oh, and this is nice, too, that you don't need to do double the legwork through here, that you can actually skip part of this because you went through a tough section ahead of time. Let's see where we go. I'm curious. That hurts. Good to know. And you know, I need to get caught up on the Archie comics as well. I own the collected volumes 2 through 4. I was foolish and didn't pick up volume 1 when I saw it at a convention. I'm like, no, I don't know if I actually want to be, you know, starting a new comic series. I had the Mega Mix going, and wasn't sure if I was going to be interested. But then, silly me, I'm like, no, actually, this sounds like it's well done and might be fun. And it's Mega Man, so why should I turn anything Mega Man down? And now I can't get a hold of it. Tragedy. Although I never was big on the Sonic the Hedgehog crossover. That just I know that Archie Comics does Sonic comics, so I understand from like a franchise standpoint how that would work, but just on a practical standpoint, I'm not big on crossovers to begin with, and I think I've talked about this before, but even though there's similarities with the villains and the enemies, it doesn't make sense to cross over Mega Man and Sonic. Like, they just don't seem compatible. I'm going to try this again because I'm obsessed with finding every little nook and cranny that looks suspicious. Yes! Intuition pays off. My favorite Mega Man fan game that I've played. Wait, 4 people left? Like, in chat, or what? Or are we talking about bosses? My favorite Mega Man fan games that I've played, so far, in no particular order, have been, Scramble, which was just pure platforming goodness. I really enjoyed, Mega Man 2.5D. And... oh, that's different. I don't know how good I'm gonna... how well. I don't know, man. I think I'm just gonna take this hit and then run. Yeah, that was like the worst time to make that decision. That's okay. But yeah, I like 2.5D. There's so, I mean, it's still in beta, so there's still some parts about it that I'd like to see change. But overall, I really enjoyed that one. I really like the Make a Good Mega Man level contest game. That was fun, and not just because I was part of it, but I love the variety, the different game design styles. The Fortress stages generally were pretty great, and just the way it came together as a collaborative game, just unique, and I enjoyed it. Ow. And I really liked Rock Force. Rock Force was the first one that I liked enough to play through all the way to the end off-stream. So those have been my favorites so far. Actually, and I did go back after talking with Blyka on the Mega Man Endless contest thread on Sprites Inc. We're just going to do this. Too much health. Or maybe just useless weapon against him. And I went back and played Super Danny again. And it ended up, I ended up liking it more and more as it went on. Are we putting out the sun with milk? Is that what's happening, or am I just making up that this is an effective weapon? Oh, this seems to work. But let's save that energy. But yeah, Super Danny Powered Up ended up being more fun than I thought. At the time that I played it, I was coming off of like 2.5 hours, 2 hours of streaming. I was worn out, I was tired. And one of the things that I like in Mega Man fan games are things that I can't get anywhere else. And a lot of Super Danny is sort of a tribute to games that I've already played, challenges that I've already seen, without too much transformation. But then there are other parts that are new and unique and different. Yeah, the big problem that I'm having with some of the bosses in this game is that it's too difficult to aim at them, that they're just moving too quickly to get into position. And I know it's the, "Aha, you shot where I was, but you should have shot where I was going to be," or however that quote goes, kind of mentality there. But, I think that's my biggest problem with the bosses, is not being able to dodge their stuff, but being able to aim at them. Alright, let's try this. But yeah, Super Danny just kept getting better and better, because then I got into, you know, some of the secret sections. And the fortress stages were really fun, because those were very transformative. The kind of stuff that I was looking for in a Mega Man game. I might use an E-Chain just to get through this. Or not. Maybe not. But anyhow, yeah, by the time I got to the fortress stages in Super Danny Powered Up, I really enjoyed it. It was a long process to want to stick with it to get that far. But I did end up having fun with that one. Powered Up. Oh, that looks interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing more games in the Powered Up series if they keep closer to the spirit of the challenges of the originals, because I feel like for Powered Up, they took the level editor and said, well, this would be difficult, and just smashed stuff together without really thinking about the progression of the challenges and what makes it fun. They understood what makes Mega Man difficult, but not necessarily what makes it fun. So, and I also had some other, you know, surface problems with it, but that was the core of it that I didn't like about Powered Up 1. Where are we going? Plant! Let's plant. Ba-da-ba! And also, Mega Man Powered Up 2 is, like, the most obvious way to get people back on board with the franchise. Wow, we are really slowing down here. Because Mega Man 2 is universally loved by people who do and don't play Mega Man. Like, it is widely considered to be one of the best games on the NES, even if you're not a huge Mega Man fan. So, to be able to put out a product that's basically already designed for you, you don't need to come up with too much more, just remix the stages a little bit, get new graphics and music in there, maybe put like a threadbare story. As far as I feel like programming it would be more effort than coming up with concepts for it. And if you just use Powered Up as a base, you've already got half the game taken care of. So, I don't know, I feel like Mega Man Powered Up 2 would be easy money, and would be a great way to get people back on board with the franchise, get them excited about it. I kind of want to fall down this hole. I feel like maybe there's something here. Yes! Okay, that's good. I don't shoot fast enough to make that too useful, but... I agree, Entity. I don't think Mega Man 2 is the greatest one in the franchise, but it's good, it's fun, and I've talked about that on my other YouTube channel, Gemini Laser. Some reasons why it's good, but not necessarily the best. Danger! Dinosaurs! I hope they're dinosaurs. But it's still solid. What was I thinking of? Have I played the... Ow! I still got hit. Yeah, okay, maybe let's get get out of here. Have I played Rockman 7 and 8, the Famicom remakes? I have. I've tried them out. I almost beat 7. Oh, that's interesting. I honestly wasn't wild about them. I haven't played them on stream, and I will eventually. I plan to. But that does not seem to be as effective as I want it to be. But that is 7. One of the things that I love about 7 is what you can do with the special weapons. That special weapons really make the game. And to not have the special weapons function entirely like they do, like Danger Wrap, doesn't work as well. You can't wrap enemies up in bubbles, it just explodes on contact. Like that... This is interesting, I like where this is going. Bye! Oh, so much slowdown. But it loses some of the charm when you don't have the special weapons being able to be used to their fullest extent. And Mega Man 8, or Rockman 8 Demake was just unpleasant. Now why? I'm not sure why we needed milk there. But yeah, 8 was just unpleasant because that was just purely difficult without any of the redeeming factors of the official Mega Man 8. Yes, there are redeeming factors. So I did not enjoy that one. Not sure what that was all about. Now 6 people left? I'm confused. Are we talking about people left in chat? I don't know. Okay. Yeah! That's sad. We had such a big crowd and then everybody disappeared. Those of you who happen to be on social media, if you want to mention on Twitter or Facebook that I'm still screaming, I'm still streaming and the technical problems have been worked out, please go ahead and do that. That's just sad. Losing all those people because of an unavoidable technical difficulty. That's right, maybe people had stuff to do. I don't know about this. Oh! That was bad. Oh, that seems to work. Okay, yeah, Mega Man 3, I agree, has an excellent soundtrack. When am I going to start the Mega Man Marathon playing through 1 through 10 again? I could do that eventually, I guess, but that's more fun when I've got someone to play with, and I've also got, you know, I also did that already. So, I don't know. I think if anything, I would stream the Game Boy games, but I'm planning on doing the Game Boy games after I finish Mega Man X for YouTube. So that leaves me with the Mega Man X games, which I could... They'll take longer. I'm not as good at them, but I can still definitely beat them. But it's more fun to do a marathon like that with somebody else, and there aren't too many people that I know who are in commutable distance who would be on board for like a whole day of that. And if they are, their schedules are usually pretty tight, that it would be difficult to do that. But, I don't know, I might consider that sometime in the future. But I know, there's been demand for a Megathon since 2012, when we did that one. So, let's go to Toss Taurus. And then I think we'll call this one... I think we'll call this one a night, and then maybe come back and finish it off some other time. And then see what other fan games we have in store. As this is a sampler, I like the background. So, again, colorblind, I do like black and white, grayscale stuff every so often. Like, not all the time, but it's such a nice change of pace for me. I think my superpower because I can't see colors as well, because I have a better range of definition of black and white grayscale. Maybe not majorly better, but definitely a little bit. Oh no! I'm surprised this isn't rolling me off as I go. Ow! Well... Oh, I get it. I see what I see my fatal mistake. Should've... You know what? That looks like it's probably good enough to... oh, I should have thought this through. Yay, pit rescue! 8 damage from spikes instead of dying. Wait, what? Oh, from pits instead of dying. Oh gosh, okay. Now I have, in the past, done solo marathons, didn't live stream it, but I did back in 2010, I played through Mega Man 1 through 10 on my own, and I wrote about that on expanding.com, Expanding Your Horizons, the old geek blog that I used to write for with my buddy Alex. And so there's a story there that might be worth reading if you're interested. Mega Man Marathon 1 to 10 in 2010, I believe is what it was called. Oh no! What might be good here? And that was fun. That was definitely an experience. So I'm amenable to doing the games by myself, but live streaming for 10 hours with just me, and maybe pulling in a cameo from my wife if she wants to say hi. That's difficult.
Hi.
Thank you. Okay, oh wait, we didn't beat the stage. We just died. What was that all about? All right, let's try this now. Okay. Oh, starting to get hungry. I might need to... Ow. Might need to start thinking about a snack for myself. I want to know what happens when you hit these. Okay, so they hurt. Good to know. Maybe they're not lollipops on sticks. Maybe they're just paint on a stick. I like the Kirby's Adventure enemy that we have going on there. Also, I have to say that pit rescue, not pit rescue, the spike rescue ability is something I'm surprised we haven't seen. You know, I know that we have the enemies that... Or, not the enemies, what am I thinking of? I'm starting to zone out, sorry. I know that we have spike guards, so that they're like temporary protection against spikes, like the one-use items. But I'd like to have a more permanent thing that, yeah, it just does a lot of damage, but doesn't kill you instantly. Make it through! Call people on chat during the marathon. Oh man, that's more... Oh! That's more technical know-how than I think I have. As I was saying on a previous stream, I'm not really a technical genius. I'm a, creative wizard, and just want to have the technical stuff, enough of a handle on the technical stuff that I kind of have a general understanding of what I'm doing. Ugh! Maybe I should see if milk puts out that fire. Ow! I wonder how to get over that. So I don't know if I would trust myself to juggle Skype and OBS and actually playing video games at the same time. So I would definitely need somebody else there. Ow. Ow. For whatever reason, cycling through the weapons, maybe I should cycle in the other direction, then it never gets me to what I think I want in the order I want. That's okay. Oh no, Skype is not difficult to figure out, but juggling multiple programs at once. Well, that was close. Whee! Ow. Okay, that one's done. Yeah, the stage... I hadn't been thinking about it. The stage is a little long. But as I was just writing in a comment on my Flashman85 live channel in response to the somebody on the Make a Good Mega Man level contest, excuse me. I'm totally fine with stages being on the long side. As long as you can justify the length. Like if it's just, oh, I had a whole bunch of ideas. It's fine if the ideas are different. But if it's the same kind of challenge, oh man, yeah, that's... I'll do that this way. If there's not enough variety in the challenges, or in the level architecture, or the aesthetics, it really does start to get old after a while, no matter how good the challenges are. That there needs to be a reason that this specific stage keeps going, and, you know, if it keeps building on itself or offers different things that fit in with the theme, or, you know, whatever it is, however it goes on. But there needs to be a reason that, another round of these, that the stage is as long as it is. Incidentally, this is my least favorite enemy in Kirby's Adventure. That's good. And I've got lives to spare if I need. Oh, I get it. Those round exploding things were like tortoise shells or something. Yay! And we will all go down together. Okay. Let's do this the better way. Oh yeah, no, multiple checkpoints, definitely. So in addition to having enough variety to last you through a long stage, it's important to place checkpoints reasonably, not... Entity, this is going to sound like I'm criticizing your level, but not bombard the player with a series of instant death challenges if the level is just going to keep going. But yeah, just keeping in mind the mental state, the physical state of the player, that a long stage is okay if you catch breaks every once in a while, if every single challenge is not one that's going to kill you instantly, or if it's forgiving enough that if you do die instantly, you don't have to go so far back, or you've got enough extra lives, or whatever, so that it doesn't make the stage unpleasant for all the wrong reasons. Thank you, No Lynch. No, again, Entity, I really did enjoy your stage. It was taxing as heck. It really wore me out, but it was generally fun. I think that's enough for now. We've saved this. I don't think I want to go back through these. I want to keep on with our sampler idea. So let's switch and go to the next game, which is Mavericks, which is my first, I think, Mega Man X fan game that I'm playing on stream here. So let's see how this goes. Boop. Here we go. Get some of the later X soundtrack in here. Pardon the little border around the edge. That is just how the game is. So, this is an RPG, I think. So there will be more story. We'll probably, like what I did with Super Mario RPG when I did that on stream briefly, like we'll just start to get into it and then, okay, let's move on to the next thing. But I want to try out everything. Let's see what we got. It has been 30 years since the war against Mavericks ended. Sigma, the leader of the Mavericks, was destroyed. Thanks to the Maverick Hunters X and Zero, the world was at peace. Zero fought Sigma several times, and yet he feels uneasy. Uneasy? Each time he fought against Sigma, he felt, it's a little hard to read this text, that his energy was growing. Since the end of the war and Sigma, Zero's lust for power had not become less. Hey, is this a, Game Boy reference? X is worried about Zero. He's afraid that someday he must destroy his friend in order to save the world. Zero was recently sent on a mission to check out the Maverick junkyard where parts of disposed Mavericks are being recycled. No, you don't recycle them in the same junkyard! That's just a recipe for the disaster! You just throw them in a lava pit. That's where they go. Alia, or Aaliyah, or Alaye, was Zero's navigator at that time. When Zero entered the Maverick... I read lunatic. Lunkyard. That's a J. Junkyard. She suddenly lost his trace. There had been no contact with Zero ever since. X is going to find Zero, whatever it takes, and together with... I want to say it Aaliyah, but I think it's technically, canonically, Alia. As his navigator, they are going to look for him. Boom. Boom. The body of Zero still remains a mystery for scientists. The question is... Who... wow, the spacing also. The question is W. Homemade Zero. And why is his lust for power still growing? On the mission, X finds some chips and sends them directly to Aaliyah for analysis. Cooler Ranch. You know, I hear you, Pyro.
X, can you hear me?
Hi! Voice acting.
Roger.
I don't like the X series as much as the classic series because I like the very fun, lighthearted feel of the classic series, and then, you know, times when it gets a little too dark in the classic series.
There are some dark forces at work behind the scenes here.
But I like that it is a separate series altogether and not just a... The original series used to be fun and then it got really dark. Like, it is a spin-off.
The data embedded in the chips closely resembles that of... Oh!
But I also like the,
Warning!
some of the stories that they tell in the X series.
I'm picking up a Maverick reading.
But I do generally like the positive, lighthearted, optimistic feel. That it's just your robots doing cool things, not you're fighting for the fate of the world, and what are you fighting for? Like any of that. I get that. Wow, okay. So here's a kind of option screen we haven't really seen since Mega Man Soccer, which is maybe not the best thing to be using as a model. You know, we should be looking to Milk and Doodle Bob as our inspiration. So, take your pick, chat. We've got Rainy Turtleoid, Duff McWhalen, Grizzly Slash, Blast Hornet, Frost Walrus, Neon Tiger, Sting Chameleon, Maganet Man, Airman, X, Doorway. What are you? You're from Mega Man. You're like Hyanek Blizzardgak Boodle. Just when they started making up names altogether. That's why I can't remember. Where are we going? I like Capital Duff McWhalen. Here's where we're going. Deep Ocean, difficulty 4. That would be helpful if I knew what the difficulty was out of. Because it, like, is this 4 being the highest? Is this 4 being on the lower end? Is it out of 12? Like, enter this stage? Yes. Enter this stage? Yes. And why do none of these buttons say yes? Mino Magnus. Okay, that works. Huh? There are already Mavericks on this ship. Where are they coming from? Alia, can you hear me? Yes, I hear you. I don't know where they're coming. You might need to do this voice acting for me. But his best to destroy them first, X. Roger. Okay, so B button for... Oh, I know why! Because I didn't switch my joy to key configurations so that they make sense for this game. There we go. Here we go. Okay, so we have item. We have... The controls still don't make sense. Okay. A is confirmed, B is can't, or whatever that is. I have no skill. I am useless at this game. Okay, nothing. Status. Okay. Let's RPG the heck out of this. I want to do something with the captain's wheel. Oh, Joy to Key is a program that allows your joystick input to translate into keyboard presses for games that don't let you configure a joystick option. Okay, and command mission music. Let's... Do I get a choice about where to fight? Oh, okay. I guess I was waiting for a loading bar, or... Ow. How's the volume as well? Ow. So, one of the times when I played Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, I go to the completely unavoidable very first enemy of the game. You cannot get around it, you cannot level up, you cannot buy items, nothing. It is the first real battle of the game in the forest, and they got a surprise opening attack on me one time, did critical hits, and I died before I was physically capable of doing anything that impacted the flow of the game. My fate. So that's sort of what just happened here. Oh boy. Music is a bit loud compared to my voice. We'll tone it down a little bit. Oh, did I not even get to, like, save my game? Do I need to go through this whole intro cutscene again? Yeah, stage picking doesn't really work with this genre. I agree. Oh, really? We're gonna give this a fair shake. We're gonna go to a not level 4 difficulty. So, let's see how this works. Game designers, please include a button to skip cutscenes altogether. Let's keep going. Yeah. You know, if this automatically played, I would definitely run out to the refrigerator right now and grab a piece of cheese for myself. But it doesn't. You know what? I have a wireless controller. I might be able to, like, walk away and keep pressing the button.
I found there are some... The data...
I might need to try that if I die again.
Warning! Warning!
No,
there's... Go as dark!
There's nothing. there is the one button, and then there's the other button. Difficulty 3? No. 3 is too hard. 9? Well, that's gotta be impossible. 2? Let's consider 2. I don't like how high these numbers are. Yes, Sting Chameleon sounds safe. Also, this kind of takes away the fun of having an option of whom to fight. If this were a... Yeah, I think I might actually... You don't see or hear anything? I might actually turn this down a little bit. Wait, now there's a save point? Why wasn't there a save point? I'm so confused. It's level 1 because there's actually a save point in this game. But yeah, it takes away the fun where it tells you this boss is harder than the last one, you probably shouldn't fight them in that order. Oh, I see. There's my bar. And seeing as I don't have any items or skills, that's another thing about RPGs. Like, give you a little bit of ability to choose, you know, not just attack, like give you something like magic, give you items, something so that you're not just mashing the fight button over and over until you get anything worth using that's different. Because I really enjoyed Mega Man X Command Mission, but there was enough variety in the attacks, and it sort of gave you that sense of freedom, autonomy, choice that you get out of a Mega Man game. So, let's see. Let's use... Okay. So that heals at least 25. I forget, I was saying something... Oh, yeah! So the bosses are basically laid out for you. This is the order in which you should do the bosses, which takes away the fun of being able to choose them in the first place. This is one of the few games where I think I'd really like to have a enemies that level up with you, because that would make sense here. Normally that bugs me, because then, like, what's the point in leveling up if they're always going to be that hard? You know, I like the option of leveling up giving you an edge, so that you can scale the game to your own difficulty setting. That if you're having a lot of trouble, you can choose to level up. It might not be fun to do all the grinding, but you have that option to make the game easier on yourself. So let's see, what do we got? Rare metals. Yes, I believe that is from Command Mission. It's, oh wait, no. Wait, what was it? Not rare metals. Super metals? Shoot, I forget. I'll think of it. Whoa. You'll say it and I'll be like, oh yes, of course, that's it. Force metal. Force metal is what we're thinking of. And that, I don't think that's actually the currency. Force metals are what you can equip. I'm gonna do that. I'm making a game. Got any ideas for me? Make it good? I don't know. I mean, you gotta give me something to work with. Like, what type of game? Yeah, in some of the areas... Wow, this guy's just taking forever. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I agree. In some of the areas in Command Mission, there was a high-ish encounter rate. I wrote about it in some depth on my website, nathanielhoover.weebly.com. I have a whole section of series opinions about all the different Mega Man games that I've played. It's perpetually in progress, so I'm still working on it. All the opinions are subject, excuse me, to change. But I wrote more about Command Mission when it was fresh in my mind there, but I liked the combat was robust enough, and you had a good enough selection of enemies, or of enemies. That's what I get from talking while fighting enemies. A good enough selection of characters that you could keep it interesting and fresh. Oh man, no, I would not marathon Command Mission. If I get around to the X series, that's when I'm going to need to put some serious video editing into. Which, of course, would be like 3 decades from now, by the time I get there at the rate I'm recording. Well, Mega Man fan, if you're making a Mega Man 3 ROM hack, the biggest things for me, I think I'm gonna heal. And I'm gonna go back and save. I'll be smart about this, because who knows what's ahead. If it's a Mega Man 3 ROM hack, the things that were most disappointing about Mega Man 3, or are, I guess, not past tense, about Mega Man 3 for me, is that the special weapons could use a little more work to be as useful as possible. So, like, fix the bugs with top spin, and have opportunities for all of the special weapons to shine, based on the way that you program things, the way you assemble the levels. Also, use the Magfly enemies a little bit more. Look at the enemies that didn't get used too much. Use those more. Look at the ones that were terribly overused, like the Hammer Joes, and cut back on them a little bit, or use them in new configurations than they were used previously. Battle Network Pyro is actually pretty fun. I was surprised by how much I liked it, because I'm not big on Pokemon, and I'm not... I mean, I like RPG stuff, but it seemed to be a good fusion of the feel of Mega Man, but the gameplay of something, I don't know, I call it the Pokemon generation, but something that wasn't expressly a platformer or an RPG, but, you know, a little bit action-y, a little bit collectathon-y. And the first two games worked really well. The third one I did not like. It just felt like so much filler. I just had so many issues with it. And haven't gotten around to the later ones yet, but I do plan on playing through all of them at some point eventually. I'm also not very good at Battle Network, because I still play it like an action platformer, and I have some chips that I like to use, so I do use the special weapons, as it were, but the combinations of some of them and some of the more esoteric things that you can do with the battle chips, like the combos and things, I don't know, I never really got into that as much. I didn't want to micromanage it as much, because that was more work for me. I could still get by well enough until I fought like a really impossible enemy where I needed to completely reshuffle all of my battle chips, that I could get by just fine with the way that I generally played. So I don't need to fight all of these, but I probably should... no, I'm gonna hang on to that a little bit more, but I will save. Stop! It's confusing that the open menu button and the cancel everything button are the same. Yeah, that's right, Cheese. No matter what your battle style is, you can find something to fit. And I agree. Search Snake in a dark room is a good idea. I like that. No, Lynch, you gotta get caught up, and there's all these free fan games out here that you can play. You can definitely play more Mega Man stuff. And that's also the thing that bugs me, Proc, is that I want the main game to be the main game. Like, if you're gonna have lots of secret stuff and hidden stuff, that's fine, but I feel like the game is, you know, incomplete or something, if you don't have the bulk of it set up ahead of time. I want to use an item. There we go. That's one of the problems that I had playing Fez, is that I was so looking forward to it. Cute little puzzle platformer, retro style to it. Like, it looked like it was going to be a good time. And then it ended up being so focused on the secret stuff, but not really incorporating the secret stuff as a clear part of the main game. It's just like, here's a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't make sense, that the entire game really is the secret stuff, which means that your main game is kind of boring, and it's frustrating to see all this stuff that, you know, you need to slog through the regular generic platforming to get to, and then try and piece it together and figure it out like a puzzle game. But, I don't know, I have so many problems when you don't present up front what your game is all about. That you hide the good stuff from the players. Anyhow, goodbye to... Oh, goodbye, Cheese. Thanks for joining. Yep, and I also have that problem with a lot of JRPGs, that the battles are just... Gameplay is what I look for the most in a video game. I can get plot from a movie or a book. I can get pretty graphics and music from different places. But gameplay, I can get from a board game, but with that combination of graphics and sound, I can only get from a video game. So gameplay is always going to be first and foremost in my mind, unless, like, the entire point of it is something slightly different, like certain kinds of visual novels. Maybe I'll let it slide. But the gameplay is always king for me. And not being able to focus on the gameplay, or having the gameplay be filler until you get to the story part, just seems like a waste of a game to me. So, I mean, there's some, like, I really like the original Dragon Warrior, even though it's just random encounter after random encounter, because it requires some actual skill to get through some of those encounters, that you really are fighting for every last point of damage, that you are holding on to every last hit point, that it matters what you do, that there's some real strategy involved, and that the leveling up is reducing the amount of risk that you need to take in every encounter to survive. So I like that the gameplay really matters in the original Dragon Warrior. And then there are other games like certain flavors of Final Fantasy that just throw challenges at you, and you don't need to think about them too hard. It's kind of like this, where you can just mash the attack button, and oh, my health is getting a little low, let me, use an item or something. I have yet to play Undertale. I was thinking about a Mega Man RPG cast for Game Cola. That would have been like the 4th or 5th one. I'd want to get some of the other ones out of the way first. But I don't think that's ever going to materialize. My thoughts on footage I may have seen from Mega Man X Corrupted. I've heard of it. I don't think I've seen much footage, actually, though. I just know that it exists, and I think it's on my watch list. I can't remember. How long do I plan on streaming? Probably until I game over again on this one. Because I want to at least get to a boss and maybe see a different stage here. Just to get a true feel for this game. I'd like to get some special abilities to see if this game really takes off. Because one of the things, like I found with Super Danny Powered Up, like I was talking about before, is that there was a long process to really get me invested in the game, but once I was invested in the game, I was really enjoying it. So I'm willing to give this game a shot here, is that it's not bad, it's just very generic right now. And I do like that we have a nice mix of enemies. There's like, oh, item, hi. There's like nothing to the gameplay right now. So I'm willing to stick with this a little while longer to see if it steps up its game, or if this is really all the game's going to offer. And then maybe I'll play some Bon Ball, just a little bit, because that should be short. Okay, let's see. Legend of Dragoon, I've barely even heard of Legend of Dragoon, so no, I haven't played it. But I do like RPGs. I don't talk about them a whole lot, and I don't play as many of them nowadays as I used to, but I do like RPGs. They used to be my second favorite, now they're down to third favorite genre. Platformers first, then adventure games, then RPGs. I'm going to keep going. I seem to be doing well enough that I don't need to level up so much. What other questions? Favorite game from every Mega Man series? Classic series is 4, as I talked about in my Gemini Laser YouTube videos. X series, it's strange. I think I like 3 the best. I think X1 is probably objectively the best game in the series, but I like all of the variety and the replayability and the secrets of X3 that are actually clearly secrets and not just stuff that you don't figure out until after you've beaten the game. So I think I like X3 the best, even though the Fortress stages are not as fun. So it's sort of a trade-off. Like, I really like the Robot Master stages, but you also do need to play it in sort of a particular order, or else it's really, really difficult. Hopefully this is a boss fight coming out here. Or maybe not. Yeah. What else? So X3 probably for the X series. X4 and X1 are also up there. Actually, no. Command Mission might technically be my favorite, believe it or not. Oh, wow. Was not paying attention to my health. Game over! Let's see if I can load. Oh, is the music still loud? Yeah, let's go back to this one. I'll tone down the music a little bit more. In the Zero series, I like 3 the best. That 3 finally smooths out the difficulty issues of 1 and 2, but has enough that's new and exciting about it, some nice twists in the flow of the story, some interesting levels, some great music. And in the ZX series, I like the first ZX much, much better. Legends, I've only played 1 in Tron-Bon. Wow, I need to heal immediately. I don't know which one I like better between Legends and Tron-Bon, actually, because it's been so long since I played Legends. That one I don't have an answer for. Battle Network 2 is my favorite of the 3 that I've played. And have I left anything out? I don't know if I've left anything. Stop, I don't want to keep fighting you. Well, I guess that's fine, get rid of it. Oh, that says least favorite? My least favorite? Oops. Oh wow. Loud game or load game, I like it. Let's see, least favorite in each series. if we're looking at the whole classic series, like everything that's not just the first 10, I would definitely say that... Well, I can't definitely say if I need to think about it. I think Dr. Wily's Revenge for the Game Boy is probably my least favorite of all of the classic ones. Or Mega Man Soccer. But that's not a traditional style one, so I'm willing to give that a pass from least favorite. And what else do we have? Yay, medium energy tank. That's good. Yeah, I just want to get to the boss of this, then I think I'm done with this. Because nothing new is happening, and this just keeps going. Which I understand is how an RPG should be, but I'm also, sampling these on stream, and I think I've gotten a fair idea of what this is like. In the X series, least favorite is X7. Don't really need to think about that one. That's just unpleasant to play. It's got a lot of issues with it. Another one that you can read about on my website, nathanielhoover.weebly.com, in my Mega Man series opinions section. Yay! Do I need to fight all these again? Good, they stay gone. That tank looks like it might be worth getting, but I'll save first just in case. Let's see, the Zero Series 01 easily is my least favorite. Just so brutal, unforgiving. And I don't mind it being difficult, but unforgiving is not so nice. That you game over every time you die, rather than just saying, oh, you died, try again. That's demeaning to your state of mind, as well as it is obnoxious to keep hitting the reload button. Because it's not enough of an RPG hybrid to warrant that kind of behavior. And then ZX Advent, I did not like so much. I had some problems. And also, going back to the conversation we were having earlier about the darker tone of the X series, ZX Advent really gets kind of depressing in a couple parts. Like, you see the old destroyed resistance base from Mega Man Zero, and you're like, oh, oh wow, that looks in really bad shape. I kind of wonder what happened. Oh, this is sad. Just sort of the ramifications of, well, the world really isn't that great a place. Maybe previous iterations of Mega Man didn't do such a good job saving the world. Well, no. That's what I'm doing. Ugh, button is confusing. And I haven't played enough of Legends to have a least favorite yet. Yeah, so I agree about the whiny crybaby aspect of X's personality. I don't mind having a character say, you know what, we need to find a peaceful solution for this. This isn't working, and to take a pacifist stance. But you actually need to see him doing pacifist things, promoting pacifist ideals, and not just sitting there crossing his arms and saying, I don't want to be the main character anymore, because nobody wants that. You came here to play Mega Man X, and if you do a spin-off game where X is an optional character, okay, fine, but if you can't play as the titular character till halfway through the game, and it's not like a Legend of Zelda thing where Zelda isn't the playable character, but, a core person of the game. X is just there, and then maybe you can play as him later. And that's what's bothersome about it. And also, it does kind of suck the fun out of the, I just want to go blow up robots. Like, that's the whole point. Just go out and blow up robots. And X takes away the fun of that. Like, no, you shouldn't blow up robots. Are we still caught up on the not being able to suck the blood of a robot thing? I really want to know where the boss is now. I really want to know where the boss is. Because we have so many energy tanks here that it's not even funny anymore. Did I get any kind of skills or abilities or anything? No, that is really disappointing. Oh, I guess maybe I have to beat a boss, but maybe I have to find a boss. Okay. Let's keep going. See you, Mega Man fan! Yeah, why is this just E-Tank Land? Maybe this is why it's level 1 difficulty also, so you can stock up on E-tanks so that you can fight all the other bosses. I do that in, you know, if it's my first time playing an X game, sometimes I won't even, you know, I'll try each of the stages, but then I'll realize, wow, these are all very, very difficult. I'm just going to go back up and pick up as many power-ups as I can without any special weapons, and then I'll come in at the bosses that I think I might be able to take, and see how that goes. So effectively leveling myself up to have an easier boss experience while I learn the patterns and get better. Well, it seems like I might need another energy attack. And by this point, in any RPG, you would have found a piece of armor. You would have found some sort of unique ability. You would have found something to upgrade your character aside from just leveling. So you really do need to have a steady stream of improvements to your character beyond just basic leveling up. One of the problems that I had with Mother, the Earthbound Zero, if you will, is that it was almost the end of the game before I bought anything to really upgrade my characters. That there weren't really shops. There's like one shop in the entire game in a place that you don't even get access to for a long time, let alone have the money to buy anything from. And you need to have that constant sense of improvement in an RPG if it's going to be a traditional just fight things and level up. And yeah, you would also have some sort of plot development here as well. Like, there's really nothing going on within the stage. I'm really leaning on this cave having something useful. Seriously, if I don't get to that teleporter, if that teleporter doesn't take me to a boss, I will call this a day, because what's different, though, is that I get an opportunity to talk about RPGs, which I never get a chance to do. So... And I always wonder, you know, I wonder about the people who create these games. Like, do they completely stand by, years later, after they hear feedback from other people, do they still stand by their designs, or do they say, no, I kind of agree with you, this isn't as much fun as it should be, or, yeah, I did miss the point of what an RPG is all about, or what have you. You know, because I try, when I critique these games, I really do try not to just hurt people personally. Yes, I understand what it's like to make a game or a level or something and have people respond to it in a negative fashion. Like, I get that. You don't want to be beaten down, but at the same time, if you're someone who's going to continue to make games for other people to play, especially professionally designed games, and you design the next big installment in a game franchise that I love, I want to be able to communicate this to you, that this is not okay, or this could be a little bit better, or that was pretty fun, but it could be even better if, and just have that sort of dialogue about this is what makes the game fun or not fun for me, and shape better game experiences for other people. There's only so many games that you can play in a lifetime. Why spend it doing the ones that aren't as fun, unless it's a learning experience like this one, or just an opportunity to, you know, chat with people about things. So I try and be fair in my feedback. I try not to hurt people's feelings, because again, it's not you personally, it's the specific combination of assets and challenges that you have assembled for this particular experience, whether they work or not. I also agree, Entity. Yeah, it's so important to be able to step back from what you're doing, which is why playtesting is huge, and having people that are willing to tell you, no, that wasn't so fun. And people who have had enough experience with game design to really point out, that part's great, don't change it. The game would be better if it wasn't bad. I have the best argument that I've heard for this style of gameplay, of just mash the attack button, kill enemies, is that something to the effect of it just being cathartic, that it's a way of unwinding, that you have an opportunity to just rest and relax, and okay, there's a boss, we're going for it. But that it's an opportunity to just get into a groove and relax and unwind. It's sort of the reason why people watch mindless television, that you don't need to think about it too hard, that you don't need to try too hard, that it's just comfortable. And I can see that, I can understand that, but for me, there's so many other ways that I can do that I would rather play, like, for me, an easier platformer or something than a game that's easy because it's the same thing over and over again. You know, Music Dan, so if you've been watching GC.net, the Game Cola YouTube channel, I have been playing through with, or actually my cohorts have been playing through Super Impossible Mario World, a Super Mario World ROM hack that I started developing back in, 2002, I think, and have been tinkering with, depending on the size of my playtesters group and what other side projects I have going on, ever since. And it's to the point now where I think I'm basically done making it. I might touch up one or two things, but I think it's about as far as I'm ever going to go with it. Yeah, there are definitely parts of it that need to be polished up, that could be better, that I would love to flesh out, but I think it's a point where it just needs a public release so that people can play it and experience it, and I will just accept that there are parts of it that can and should be better. I think that's where I am with that project. But yeah, I might be releasing that fairly soon. Got a couple other things that I want to focus on first. Let's see. Oh, and Flash RPGs, yeah. So I started adding some of those to my list that I talked about on my About page on my Flashman85 YouTube, 85 Live YouTube channel. I did start adding some Mega Man Flash games, and I think I might have a Mega Man Flash Fangame sampler at some point, because I feel like there's a lower standard of quality for Flash games, that you don't need to, set up a website to specifically distribute it, or I need some help. Oh, if I die here, I'm just stopping. That you can just teach yourself Flash and throw yourself into it. I don't know for sure because I've never programmed in Flash, but I get the sense that it's easier to do that than a full-blown Mega Man fan game. So anything that you specifically have to download, I usually have more faith in being, put together with some amount of thought, not just, hey, this would be fun, why don't I do that, and slap it up. And actually of some substance and not just like, 2 minutes and then the game's over. So I don't know. But I'm willing to play Mega Man Flash games as well, and see how I do with those. So closing in on the end of this one, and then we'll play some Bon Ball. Call it a day. And yeah, there are also some good Flash games. I played Mario versus, or was it Mega Man versus Metroid? Mega Man versus Metroid. Mega Man versus Ghost and Goblins. Like, I enjoyed those. Those were fun. Hence the save point. But thank you for telling me specifically. Oh, it's a boss gate. Nice. Here we go. Evil Dark Lord, Sting Chameleon.
Here? Who in the world are you? Why are you here?
Wait.
Who am I?
You talk like a Maverick. No,
That's ancient history now.
X8,
you're completely mad! I'm putting a stop to this right now!
Or was that it? It's X7 or X8, I can't remember off the top of my head. I haven't played the X series as much, especially not the later games as much. So my knowledge is less impressive and comprehensive in that department. And these battles are just the worst, because you've got no sense. I mean, aside from how much damage does unattack do. Like, this is the final boss of the original Breath of Fire. That it's just, smack him, he smacks you, smack him, he smacks you. At some point, use a health refill. Yikes. But there's really nothing. And I'm going to be really annoyed if the secret to this is, no, you really did need to collect all of those energy tanks, otherwise you just don't have the health to take him out. Because it's not even a matter of strategy, it's just, oh look, you have enough hits, you have enough health to be killed in one hit. Probably use an E-tank now. I don't know. Oh, Optic Sunflower, was that it? Yeah, that sounds right. An antidote tank? Like, at what point do I get poisoned? Why don't the button work? Oh, I hope that... Oh, well. Come on, you can make it. Just get through... I really want to see the weapon get to him. That's what I'm hoping for. I also wish you could, like, charge up. Although, without a full party... Well, that was nice. Thought I could withstand one more hit. Well, game over. That's about it for that game. Let's play some Bun Ball. Mega Man Fangame. Bun Ball! It's fun for the whole family. I am going to be putting aside the controller for this one because I tried testing it out with the control pad and it's just really confusing. Not that one. That one. There we go. Okay. Let's learn how to play Bun Ball. Navigate through 5 levels as quickly as possible while collecting Zenny, that's money, to increase your score. Press up and down to set Bon's head in motion, or down, and release to stop. Direction is adjusted by pressing left or right, and is always relative to Bon's current direction. Very important. Those are like the trickiest controls relative to the character, not the screen. This only works when moving forward or holding still. I think that's all we need to know. Just pick up good stuff. That's fine. Let's start the game. Mega Man 2 for Game Boy. Okay, the head looks to be in a different... That was confusing to start with. Mega Man 2 for Game Boy, I think, is hated more than it should be, mostly because of the soundtrack. If you can overlook the soundtrack and turn off the volume, it's really just an innocuous Mega Man game. There's not much to it. Not terribly challenging, but it's fine. And I wrote a review of that one too, if you go to gamecola.net and search for Mega Man 2. I think that... Ooh, Babu! I think that should come up there on a search. You can get more opinions on that. I also wrote about it again on my series Opinions. Not that I'm just saying, don't ask me these questions, I've already written about them, although that's part of the reason why I've done some of this writing, so that I can, pass people off to it. Not just so I don't have to answer the question, but so that I can give a better response that's been thoroughly thought out, that I'm not competing with, reading chat and trying to figure out what's going on in the game at the same time, and giving an incomplete answer that you can, get my full thoughts on it. This is okay. I'm fine with it. I'm just sort of getting a Chips Challenge vibe from that. I like the simple, little... I wouldn't call this a puzzle game, necessarily, but just this little style of light fluff game, I like. I'm good. This is another, this is another Legends enemy fan game, similar to Furu's Fight, which we saw on stream, or Flight, not Fight, that we saw on stream previously. And I like there's some Legends love. It's not my favorite Mega Man series, but I like that it's getting some recognition in the fan community. Let's see where I'm going. Let's find some stuff to collect. Yeah, this is not as difficult to control as it was when I first tested this out, just to make sure that the game worked. Although I imagine this is going to get much more difficult. Whoa. Let's maybe not pick that one up after all. Yeah, I think the reason that I don't like Mega Man Legends as much is that it doesn't feel, at least the first one, and Tron Bonne. Well, actually, Tron Bonne feels more like a Mega Man game than Legends does, even though it's for different under-the-surface reasons. but I think my thing with Legends is that it does feel like The Legend of Zelda with Mega Man in name only. I don't get as much of a sense of why the history of having a connection with the Mega Man franchise is important. I don't get as much of a sense of the gameplay being centered around... You know, for me, a Mega Man game is all about the freedom of choice that you get. It's about empowerment. That there are so many different ways that you can face these seemingly insurmountable challenges, but you can choose the order in which you fight the bosses. You can choose what weapons you use, what tactics, what strategy. There's so much choice, and that the abilities that you gain, you keep getting more and more powerful. It's empowering. You feel good about doing it. And I don't get as much of a sense of that out of Legends, because the special weapons are obnoxious to switch to, they take so much time, and they're not as helpful. There's a lot of just fighting an enemy that's right in front of you. There's not so much the platforming that you get out of, you know, different levels and layers. I'm not sure where to go now. Not sure what I've missed. A little map in the corner that I could turn on and off might be helpful. But maybe that's sort of the point, that you're supposed to just feel this out. But yeah, I don't get as much of a sense of choice and empowerment from the Legends series, but it's still a well-designed game. There we go. There's still a lot of fun to be had with it. Let's see, go up here. Reading chat, not looking at the stuff that I'm about to go up and blow up on. Come on. What else have I missed? Let's find some good stuff. See, this totally sounds a little bit like Mega Man X4, doesn't it? That sort of same progression. I think... Let's try up and to the right. Oh, goal point is somewhere right in the middle of the map? But we'll keep looking. Oh, what about Ghostbusters? Oh, just for the name tie-in? Hey! Come on. What am I looking for? No, I think we're back. No! No bonus! Boo! Yep, I'm lost. Just a little bit. My bonus has run out. Stick with the top of the screen, see if I can get somewhere. Or a little arrow pointing me in the right direction or something. My arrow, there we go. It's funny, I did get a little bit lost and turned around here, but I've generally got a pretty good sense of direction when it comes to mazes and like RPG maps and stuff. Okay, good. Oh yeah, it's cute. It's not a proper Mega Man game, but this is definitely, you know, this is totally a satisfactory Mega Man Legends minigame. Because it was specifically a Tron Bonne minigame. Because it does have, well, aside from the, you know, the characters, that it is all about collecting Zenny, which is what Tron Bonne is all about. And it is all about exploring mazes, which Tron Bonne has a good element of, and actually Legends as well, that it is a sort of action RPG dungeon crawl. So this definitely does fit the feel of the Mega Man Legends series, absolutely. And yes, I'm enjoying this more than the RPG we just played. And I think I'm liking this maybe as much as square root of -1, but for completely different reasons. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm in the groove. Oh, I got it. Roll ahead. Roll on. Roll ahead. Slow down. Milch! Yum, yum, yum. See, it's totally a Zelda game because you drink milk to heal your health. But I still have a long way to go. So how about you, Chad? What's your favorite Mega Man spin-off franchise? So not the classic, but we got X, Legends, Zero, ZX, got Star Force and Battle Network, X Over, if that counts. I'm still classic all the way. Absolutely. But I like having more Mega Man. In whatever capacity. As long as it actually feels authentically Mega Man in some way. True to the spirit of it. Got some Legends fans, Battle Network fans. I'm betting up there is probably the exit. Oh, now we're back at the start. I see. Well, if you haven't played any of the other Mega Man games, or as many of the other Mega Man games, this is a great time to be getting into the Mega Man series, because you've got, I don't want to say most, because there's like 50 plus, but you've got so many of the old games available on Virtual Console, on PlayStation Network, on Xbox Live Arcade, or whatever that is. You can get them for a decent price. I mean, these are games that originally retailed for like 50, 60 bucks. You can get them for 5 or 10. You've got the Mega Man Legacy Collection now, which very faithfully emulates or recreates the original NES games and the Famicom games. You can get those as well, the Japanese versions. And so that's incredible value for what you get out of that package. You've got the Mega Man Anniversary Collection that gives you Mega Man 7 and 8, as well as the 2 arcade games. Dumb. I think I will probably just collect these and move on before I explodify. But you've got the Anniversary Collection that you can find in used game stores or online, which gives you 7 and 8, but the games aren't as properly preserved in there, unfortunately. You've also and you've got all sorts of Mega Man fan games. I mean, all the ones that I'm playing here on stream, you can download for free, and a lot of them do capture a lot of the same kinds of challenges that you get from the official games. So you can get a taste of that. But there's just so many places you can get your Mega Man fix, and there's games, of course, inspired by Mega Man. You know, you've got the Shovel Knights of the world. There's been a retro revival over the last several years where all the old stuff is cool again. You've got Mega Man 9 and 10 that you can download. There's all sorts of ways to get into Mega Man, so, you know, if you got a couple of bucks, burn a hole in your pocket, or if you have a web browser, you can find your way. I'm going to put my name in on the high score table. Even though I'm... Whoa, close that. Online scores. Let's see. High scores. I am not on this list. Pity, pity. Local scores, however, I am the king of this game. So, that is it for our Mega Man Fangame Sampler live stream. I think that was an interesting collection of games, something different than usual, but that's about all for now. So, I hope you will join me for future streams. If you missed any part of this, you can catch up on the whole video on YouTube, Flashman85 Live. All of my archive live streams go there within a day or 2 or 3 of live streaming. Pardon me. You can also, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can also catch me live at Flashman85 on Twitch. I don't stream on YouTube, I stream on Twitch. And you can also find out when I'm going to be streaming by checking out my Facebook page or my Twitter page. I'll try and give you at least a day of advance notice when I'm going to stream, maybe more. And I've also got another YouTube channel, Gemini Laser, where I do very polished, practiced, well, more polished and practiced, playthrough videos of the official Mega Man games. And I'm currently working on a playthrough of Mega Man 8, and that's slow, but it's coming along. And I've got a website, as I've talked about, nathanielhoover.weebly.com, where you can find all sorts of stuff about Mega Man and all sorts of completely unrelated to Mega Man stuff as well. And there's plenty of stuff to do if you like any part of this, anything that I do. So much material out there for you. So, hope you enjoyed. Thank you for joining. Really had fun to have you here, and I will see you next time.